What is good, hunters? Welcome back. In this video, I'll be taking a look at hunting styles, something I feel that's really been misunderstood about Way of the Hunter. It has caused players to quit playing the game. It has caused players to lose interest. It has caused players not to even try the game, because the game doesn't really do a good job of showing that it's very customizable how you want to play. Compared to games like the Hunter Classic or Call of the Wild, you have a lot of control over how you play this game, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. And I feel either way, things can be a make or break situation depending on what kind of hunter you are. Too much info can really destroy the game for you, but you have options to not see those info. But then you have players who want to see the information, but they still want to have a taste of some kind of realism. And we're going to take a look at a few things. First, we're going to take a look at hunter sense and what that really brings to the game. We have some HUD elements we're going to look at to really customize the game the way we want to. We have a hybrid system, which we can play. And then we have the hardcore system, which is Ranger. I'm going to do a timestamp so you can skip to whatever topic that suits you or you have interest in. So first of all, we have hunter sense. And this is what Way of the Hunter is built on. The core system is when we turn our hunter sense on, we get an animal analysis. And what this does is it tells us the animal's age, sex, and its behavior. If it's calm, if it's restless, and such. Now, this is what the game is built on. We have herd management, and as a result, you will have to use this. It's mandatory that you use this in order to know where your animal is aging. If it's young, if it's an animal that's good for the taking, if it's a 5-star, this will guide you all the way through the aging process. Now, as a casual player who only have interest in the basic level of hunting, you don't have hunting experience, whether you do or you don't care for anything that's hard, you just want to jump in and play the game, then Hunter Sense is for you. You have all the information here available to you to age your animals. And this is for casual play. Easy. We even have the easiest mode, which is Hiker, which you can approach animals and get very close to animals as you like. This mode is recommended for players who just want easy. They just want to be able to jump in and jump out. The game does a good job of showing you that part or that level of play, but it doesn't take you to the other end where you can actually have a bit more of an experience catered to the way you want to hunt, to what you want to see. So let's have a look at the HUD element. So as you can see, I have my compass on top. I got the little buttons for hints to my left here, and I have down to my right. We have basically showing us what current item or weapon we have, what stance we have, and our wind. All of this information here is great for those who want it, but for those who don't, they want a bit more of a cleaner interface, a bit more of a realistic sort of look. We can go here into gameplay, and we have the heads up display. So what we have is custom, we have fully visible, we have dynamic, and we have immersive. This is the way you customize your HUD elements to suit your playstyle. We have everything here from compass, wind indicator, binocular zooming, rangefinder, for the callers, everything. We got this in our last patch, and it's absolutely phenomenal. You have full control of that. You can also go under the Hunter Sense menu, and you can turn things off. If when you turn Hunter Sense on and it's too fuzzy, yeah, you have options to change that. Sometimes the blur, can really bother your eyes. You can make it half visible. You can make it full on or off. Hunter Sense will still work, but you just won't have the screen effect. You can turn off identifying animals through the binoculars. Yeah, you can change the highlights because when you use hunter sense, you can actually look around in the field and you can find zones and they flash. You can turn that off if that bothers you. You got bullet impact position. Basically, when you have your gun out, it shows you the distance. It shows you your ammo, has all that kind of stuff to it. Energy, identifying like droppings, like pee and poo, blood prints. You got footprints. You have the bubbles that show up when animals are around. Basically, the flashing of deceased animals. So again, the game doesn't really tell you have all these options to customize your game. You have to go digging. Maybe you find it by mistake. Some players don't even know this exists. This can be a game changer. There's probably something in here that you simply don't like, you don't want to see. It bothers you. And you have power to change it. Sometimes you don't know. So when it comes to the hybrid system, this is basically playing on, I guess, whatever difficulty you want to. Usually we say hunter, or whatever difficulty you would like on the ranger. Basically, you're going to turn everything off. You're going to come down to your heads-up display and you're going to turn this to immersive. This will turn all of the options off. Now, when it comes to hunter sense, you can do the same thing. You can turn all of these off, and all you have is the binocular identification. And all that's going to give you is when you turn hunter sense on, you'll be able to see the ages of the animal. Because there's animals that we cannot judge, some players would not want to be playing without hunter sense, and that's fine. You can do that. You don't want the other elements. Nothing's going to be flashing on the ground. No zones. You won't be bombarded with visual HUD elements. All you have available to you is to be able to judge your animals. And this is fantastic. You want the best of both worlds. You get immersion. You don't get bombarded with HUD elements. Flashing stuff on the ground, nothing. No kind of elements when you use your guns. You want a clean experience, but you still want to judge your animals. You just go onto Hunter, you turn everything off, identification with binoculars, and you have a full hybrid system. So when it comes to hardcore hunting, Ranger is the king. On this mode, you don't have any help at all. No HUD elements, no help whatsoever. If you go to the Hunter Sense menu, you can see it's grayed out. You won't be able to even change that. But you do have access to your heads-up display. So again, even on Ranger, you can adjust whatever you want. Full immersion, we choose the immersive HUD. This removes everything. Most importantly, we have fitness potential here. And what this is, when you go into the map, get these little ribbons that show up next to the animal. Basically what this is doing is telling you the animal's habitat. As you can see to the right, there's private, there's primary, and there's secondary. And these ribbons correspond to these regions and will tell you what the animals belong to. When it comes to private lands, this is where you can find the best animals possible. Primary, kind of in the middle. Secondary, some of the worst animals you can find. Now, this doesn't mean you can't get 5 stars from these areas, but there's some parts of the map where you will never get a 5 star. And this is where the problem is. If you want to know this information, then this is available to you. But what's going to happen is that you're going to realize that there's certain parts of the map that you don't even have to hunt on because you will never get a 5 star. If trophy hunting is important to you, then this is the info you want to have, you want to know. So that way you're not wasting your time. You can hunt parts of the map that actually will give you trophies, that wouldn't waste your time. Jump in and out, you have your fun. For anyone that wants to not have this knowledge, because this can very much ruin your experience. If you're a hunter that simply wants to roam, have the roll of the dice, have some mystery to your hunt, this will destroy it. And what I mean by that is, it will show you parts of the map that is not worth hunting on. Now you may say, well, why would I want to hunt a certain part of a map if it doesn't give me anything? Not everybody wants to do trophy hunting. Not everybody wants to do herd management. So as a result, like myself, I'll hunt the entire map. I don't need to know, and I don't want to know, parts of the map that won't give me a 5-star. Because I don't want to know that information. I want the mystery. I want to be able to hunt in a certain area, not even know that it doesn't give me a 5-star. Because that's not my main and all be all goal. I'm after an experience. 5 stars is secondary. And I'm talking mainly to players who feel the same way, where herd management is not a big deal to them. If you get a 5-star, great. What you're after is the experience, but you still don't want to have this knowledge or this cloud hanging over your head where you know, well, it's not worth hunting this part of the map. You want complete mystery. And I feel that Way of the Hunter is at its best, especially when there's a lot of mystery to the game. We have seen it time and time again with Call of the Wild, where you have all this knowledge, players know exactly what to do to get their 5-star, and they get it done, but it's boring. At some point, it's going to wear thin, and not everybody wants to play that way. If you don't want to play that way, rest assured that you can hide all these elements. So you go back to gameplay, go to the bottom, and you remove fitness potential. This way, when you go to your map, you don't see it. This is a breath of fresh air. I love it. Because when they first implemented this, I was pretty angry about it because I don't want to see it. And you cannot assume everybody wants to play that way. So the devs went back to the drawing board. They overhauled the entire system. We have all of this customization. We can remove what we want. You can even go and remove the animals from the map if you want to. You can hunt a clean map. So again, there's so much customization here that you can really have fun the way you want to. And I feel a lot of players don't play long enough to even know these things exist. So there could be some players out there who have quit over certain elements that's annoying them and not even aware that they can turn that off now. And if that little thing can make your game better, that's what I want to really bring attention to. So I really hope this video has helped with showing you the range of ways you can play. There's no wrong way to play. You play however it suits you. As a ranger player, I want full immersion, and I'm happy that I can play this way. Not all games can give you this option, and this is what makes Way of the Hunter so awesome. Granted, Way of the Hunter does not have the robust animal list as other games would. We have very limited animals. We don't have much racks. We don't have much variations. But again, what you can rest assured you're getting is an experience. And if that matters to you, nice, slow pace hunting, Way of the Hunter is for you. You want a bit more faster kind of gameplay, you can drop the difficulty and you can run around as you normally would in Call of the Wild. Still, it's a bit different, but you have an option to do that. And that's all I want for players, is to have options to play however they want, whatever mood you're in, play whatever game you want. I just want to bring awareness to, in Way of the Hunter, you can play and customize exactly how you want to play. So let me know what you think in the comments. Hope this has helped you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.